a little bit about the fire activity that they're experiencing here.
Thanks, Rebecca. And firstly, thank you to all of you to make the effort to come in tonight, and thanks very much for your actions in the last 24 hours. I suppose one of the biggest situation reports I want to give you is that we've had no reported major injury or loss of life in association with this fire, which is a huge fire. So your responsiveness to messaging and words has been fantastic, and please pat yourself on the back. Now, unfortunately, with that comes displacement, comes for some people, unfortunately, losses, and we'll try and work through some of those issues with you tonight, and understand the roles of the emergency management partners in what's happening in the fire ground. So from a fire point of view, we've got numerous fire agencies. We've got New South Wales Fire Brigades here in their aircraft, we've got CFA, we've got DEPI, we've got MFB on the ground now. And a lot of those firefighters have been out on the fire ground in different parts of the state for weeks now, and they are still responding and still working. And the fire work on your fire ground has been arduous, it's been hot, and it is still posing risks to safety of firefighters, and it's still really hard to control as a fire. So a bit on the situation. So you all know the fire started down in Nicholson last night. It burnt right up, pretty well level with Kilmore, and about 3 to 4 kilometres wide. And that's a generalisation, a bit wider in a couple of patches. Really wind driven and driven by some of the topography. The Weather Bureau said today we would enjoy some cooler weather, and we will have south-southeasterly winds for the majority of it.
Sorry, can I get rid of that? Is that better? Can we shut the door to the kitchen as well? I'm going to make Australians can tell it. The people outside will hang around, alright? So we'll hang around. So if you don't hear something, please be patient. For the people that are on the fridge, if you've got a mobile phone, please put on silent for the duration of the meeting so nobody misses out. Might be a bit of information not critical to you, but it may very well be to them. So, big fire ran from Nicholson up to just west of Kilmore. Today, that fire has expanded. Now, at about 4 o'clock this morning, it was about 13,000 hectares, between 11 and 13,000 hectares. As we speak, it is 19,500 hectares and growing. It is a huge fire. With that, it creates a bit of its own weather on the edge of the fire ground, a bit of its own wind. Met Bureau today said the cooler temperatures, south-southeasterly winds, which would have put the pressure on the northwest side of the fire. That happened. We did have breakaways up there, but we had significant fire activity and a big fire run down to Nicholson, okay, which ran quite some kilometres north. We also had breakouts in the Darrell Quinn area, and we've had other breakouts closer to here and also down south. The northern edge of the fire is still very, very active and causing us some real issues. The fire is not contained. We've had difficulty again because of terrain and fire behaviour, just too hot and dangerous to put a lot of people on the edge of the fire. Some of our, what we call our rapid impact assessment teams, go in and measure loss, where there's been damage. It got too dangerous for them today, we had to pull them out early afternoon. Alright? We've had confirmation of 6 houses. Now, I've had 5 of those through our team, one through some information council had this evening. So we've had confirmation. It is likely there are other losses. But as yet, our job as a fire agency is to try and contain this fire and then deal with issues within the perimeter of the fire. We will continue to get containment lines into place and try and restrict the spread of the fire any further. Weather for the next couple of days is very similar to today. That's what they're telling us. So we can probably expect similar things to happen tomorrow. So little breakouts on the edge of the fire.
Hey, keep it down out there. We can't hear anything. I know you guys can't hear it. We can't hear it either. Please.
Thank you. So we're going to have a pretty big 48 hours as fire agencies to get containment lines around this fire. Later in the week, the weather gets kinder. Weather Bureau is saying we may even get some moisture, which would be fantastic. All right. So that's, we've got a map. You can't see it from the back, so I'm going to hold it up. We'll put it up. We'll leave it here. It's about narrow and a bit old, so some great things. You can see the shape of the fire. Have a look where your roads are. All right. We'll leave that here. All the road closures are on the Vic Roads website. Now, if you haven't got access to the Vic Roads website, there are some people around here from the various agencies that have got iPads, iPhones and all sorts of stuff. They can look that up for you. All right, the Relief and Recovery Centre has good staffing, seek information through there. So that is being managed. So if you can't get down the road, please don't blame any of the other people in blue shirts behind them, because we've told them where to park their police cars. Right? That's our problem, and we've done that to keep you safe. Until we clear the roads of hazard trees, until we know there's no fire activity, we are not going to let people in the fire area. Right? Now I know that creates that. You're anxious about animals, you're anxious about what's at your property, what maybe not at your property. Sorry, we will move to get people back into affected areas as quickly as we can. I'll explain the process for that shortly. But traffic management points are there for your safety and those of firefighters at this point in time. They remain current. Will remain current. There's some school closures, and that will affect some of them.